The whole point of it is to be able to analyze that information as it's happening so that you can offer some real-time advice.
Welcome back to Madison Noteworthy. I'm Mike Victorson, one of your hosts. Today we're here with Bert Barabbas from Miosoft. Microsoft? Miosoft? The first time I heard about your company, I made that goof. How did this company get launched here in Madison?
Well, I guess it starts about 17 years ago over at CUNA Mutual Group. There was a problem they were having there in trying to analyze about 5,000 different sources of data from their different member credit unions. I believe at the time about 35 million members worth of information. We had a solution for large-scale data, so they tended to be larger customers. That's where it went. After solving that problem for CUNA Mutual Group, and it was it took a couple of years to solve. Very much this idea that this could be reused and it could be reapplied and solved for many other companies.
So from little old Madison, we've got this startup that comes out of CUNA Mutual to be literally a global data informatics company and an engine. You mentioned working with large companies. Is that kind of exclusively where you hang out, just a big behemoth kind of company?
That was our background. That's where it all started, and that's where we got a lot of traction because we solved problems that weren't being solved. But now we're actually coming back to startups.
Talk about what's happening next for your business in this area of innovation.
Well, absolutely. Next for us is servicing this Internet of Things area. This connection of enormous numbers of devices. And along those lines, there's a whole new economics involved. We have Barrage, which is a new product in the Internet of Things space. Its claim to fame is to be able to bring an economically viable solution to analyzing Internet device data. And how do you connect to all these devices, all these sensors that are being placed everywhere, and how to be able to analyze that and do interesting things with it. So that you can actually offer reasonable and useful advice about what to do right now.
As somebody who's done it, bridged the gap, and now you've got a mature company, how many people working there again?
Somewhere north of 100.
North of 100 people in a software business that's around the world. What advice would you have for people who are tuning in?
Get out there early with your inventions or your thoughts. Get that feedback from your customers or your potential customers. Don't try to develop everything to the nth degree before you put it out there. Get that early feedback. I think that's incredibly important.
So Madison, you've heard it. Get out there early. We're so grateful. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Bert. It's been a great time here today. Thanks for tuning in to Noteworthy.